After 12 years, the Volvo XC90 finally receives a redesign and they pulled out all the stops. Inside and out, this makeover embodies classic Scandinavian design with elegant simplicity and exquisite materials. It's a stunner in person and joins an exclusive class of SUVs that just make you feel special.
Unfortunately, some of these systems can be overwhelmed by dense urban traffic and tend to send up false alarms on a regular basis. On the plus side, many of these systems are optional and drivers can disable some of them on the fly.
Nothing can be done about the wild distortions of the around view camera system, but it does still provide a decent idea of how close you are to most objects. Besides safety, usability is an important three-row SUV feature, and the XC90 gets high marks. The third row can comfortably accommodate passengers up to about 5 foot 6 inches, and there are plenty of thoughtful cargo touches too. The power liftgate can be activated with a swipe of the foot under the bumper, and the vehicle height can be lowered for easier loading. A clever flip-up panel can also hold grocery bags with an elastic band and hooks. For most drivers, the XC90's performance should be adequate with a base T6 model that has a supercharged and turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It makes an impressive 316 horsepower, but the size and weight of the XC90 dulls its responsiveness compared to some rivals, and it doesn't sound particularly good under hard acceleration. Later this year, a plug-in hybrid version, the T8, increases output to 400 horsepower for livelier performance. Even better, its smart packaging won't sacrifice cargo or passenger space with its batteries. The downside is that it adds even more weight. We spent some time with the T6 in range-topping inscription trim and were impressed by its emphasis on comfort and luxury. The orthopedic design front seats are some of the most comfortable at any price, and the surface treatments are a feast for the senses.
The second and third row seats are slightly elevated for a stadium-like forward view, and there's also an optional integrated child booster seat.
The centerpiece of the cockpit is a large touchscreen that controls nearly all of the car's systems, replacing most knobs and buttons. It has a steep learning curve, and new owners will want to spend some time getting used to the numerous menus. Just like the first time you used an iPad, operation will become second nature with similar swipe and pinch-to-zoom gesture commands. Prices will start right around $50,000 for the base Momentum trim and climb to over $66,000 for a well-equipped Inscription T6 model.
At first blush, this may seem expensive, but it's only about $7,000 more than an Acura MDX and quite a bit less than a BMW X5.
The plug-in hybrid T8 will start around $70,000 but doesn't include some available tax incentives. A tricky infotainment system and stiff ride are some of the low points, but with everything else taken into account, the 2016 Volvo XC90 represents one of the best SUVs on the market for safety, comfort, and usability. With the abundance of luxury and sharp design, it's also one of the most desirable.